No Wober, no Adams, no Nonto, and we're still gonna clap those cheeks till the sun don't shine, baby. Vamos, carajo, this is your boy JTLive. Welcome back to another episode of South to the Stand to the Stories. And tomorrow is probably one of the biggest games we've had this year. I'm just so excited for every single thing leading to this game. It's just magic. It's magic. Arsenal on their best run in 20 years to win a Premier League. Leeds finally back in the Premier League, down in the bosoms of a relegation battle, harking back to 2003-2004. Viduka Q stopping Arsenal from winning the league before. Can we stop Arsenal from winning the league again? Only this time, not pushing it into the hands of Man United. Can we derail the underailable at the moment, the unstoppable Arsenal? Oh, it is getting tasty. It is getting very tasty. Now, unfortunately, that beautiful plate of deliciously tasty food is not going to be very easy for us to eat because we have no more cutlery. Our cutlery has gone off on an international break, off to Italy, off to Germany, and it's come back broken. It's come back with 3 things on the fork. The spoons come back without a handle. And unfortunately, the one guy who looks like he could finish our dinner for us in Wilfred Gnonto is out. Wober, massive. Our best January signing, arguably. I know there's arguments now for Weston McKennie. He's kind of improved quite a bit. But I think everyone is pretty much in 100% agreement that Wober was the best January signing. He's been massive in turning our defence around. And now, unfortunately, we're going to be turning around and hiding in the fact that he is not going to be there. No Adams as well. I know we did alright against Wolves without him. McKennie, Rocker. Can they fill in? Does JB come in? That's the question for me. Look, I'm throwing Darko JB in there, man. I'm putting him in. I'm putting him in. Why does no one want to give JB an opportunity? Why does no one want to give my boy a crack? They said he's too rash. They say he's all over the gaff. They say defensively he's not all that. But for me, I couldn't disagree more. I think he's solid. I think he shows calmness on the ball. I think he's like a crossbreed between Moussa Dembele and Yaya Toure. He's impossible to get the ball off. Once he gets storming up the field and going on one of those runs, opening his legs up, he is impossible to stop. I think he would be perfect to go in there. I'd put him next to McKennie. He would be my replacement for Tyler Adams. But nonetheless, I believe we will go with Rocker and Adams. Is that going to be enough against Arsenal? Is that going to be enough defensive output to deal with Arsenal? Because when we look at that Wolves game, Wolves are causing us problems, man. They had us pinned back. Pinned all the way back, man. They were putting us under more pressure than an erection in skinny jeans. And I didn't like our chances. If that kind of game happens again against Arsenal, against the side that can put the ball in the back of the net, against the side that can punish you, we are in serious trouble. And although we have pushed back up after beating Wolves, it is not hard for us to fall straight back down into that relegation zone. So I think a 3 points it's needed. It's needed. I know you're looking at it. It's Arsenal. What are you talking about? A 3 points is needed. Arsenal are gettable. They are. Sure, they're smashing everyone. Sure, they're on the form of their lives. They look mentally strong. They look physically strong. In a battle, they're not going to give you a sniff in there. Midfield, compact, tight. Smash you on the counter-attack with electric pace. Bukayo Saka, Odegaard. Players that can haunt you. Trossard. But they almost threw away to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are no better than us. Yeah, they beat Palace. But they're still gettable. They're still a side that we can haunt. A side that we can beat. And I have confidence. I do have confidence. I have a hell of a lot of confidence that we're going to beat them. After that Wolves game, I got to be honest with you. I was a bit 50-50. I was a bit 50-50. Look, we got the 3 points. That's all that matters. We took our chances. That's all that matters. But the actual spell of the game, Wolves were very, very dominant. Very dominant for large portions of that game. Really should have had more than 2 goals, in my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with me if you like. Put your opinions in the comments. I really want to see what you guys are saying on this. Like, am I talking out of whack here? I thought they dominated us for a lot of the game. And like I said, if we do that against other sides that aren't as facetious as Wolves, then we should be able to. Then we will get our asses handed to us. But then I look at it another way. Rodrigo Moreno back, get himself on the score sheet. Sinistera's coming back. Somerville's coming back into form. Everything is starting to align a little bit nicely. Palace are starting to drop down. They've just got rid of their gaffer. They've brought in Roy Hodgson. They're going to be down in the dumps. Everton, big game against Spurs on the weekend. If they lose, that could give us a little bit of a cushion. Things are starting to potentially look up. Potentially. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too soon here. Let's not sprint before we can even jog. Let's take it calm. Let's take it cool. Straight into this Arsenal game. I want to see more of the same. I like the way we've attacked recently. When I look at the Wolves game, for example. When I look at the Fulham game, which I was really impressed with, even though we lost. Tight banks of 4. Bang, bang, bang. Win the ball. Everybody knows what to do. We're moving quick. We're playing it quick. We're spraying the diagonals. We've got the overlapping runs. We're utilising width. The wide men are utilising their width. We're getting overlapping runs with Firpo and Ayling. We are pinning them back. Honestly, the directness to our play is something I did not see at all under Jesse Marsch. It was very sideways. Like I said, they were doing crossword puzzles in between making 5-yard passes. Nobody knew when to move. Nobody knew where to move. They didn't know how to move. But now, they're slipping into position beautifully. It's all quick. It's all flowing. It's snappy. It's sharp. And I'm not saying it's the most expansive, free-flowing football. It's still counter-attacking football, but there's a directness to our game. There's an ability to cut teams open. We play with pace on the counter-attack. And we have a little bit of cutting edge in there. And unlike before where it was just pass to Nonto or hit and hope, we actually have some patterns of play that are unlocking other players. It's unlocking Jack Harrison. It's unlocking Sinistera. Not Sinistera, sorry. It's unlocking Somerville. Sourceville. The other source. Is he even, to a certain extent, unlocking Brendan Aronson? I feel confident, mate. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy here by thinking we can't just beat Arsenal? We're going to go over there and we're going to steamroll the Gunners. We're going to absolutely clap and slap those cheeks silly. I'm talking 1, 2, 3, 4-0. 4-0. You can call me crazy. But a 4-0 Leeds United win away, 0-4, whatever you want to call it, is what's coming, my man. Senior Firpo. Sourceville. And of course, Rodrigo Moreno with the brace. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. But I actually forgot my 1 to 11 that I am going to go for in the light of the injuries. So Melee in goal, obviously. Left back, Firpo, obviously. Right back. I know Christensen got a goal, but it's going to be Luke Ayling. Centre halves is where it gets a little bit interesting. No Wober. I'm going to put Strike. I'm going to put Cock. Strike needs to play centre half. When I saw that partnership with Cock in pre-season, I thought it was phenomenal. And I thought it's exactly like what I've seen with Wober and Cock. I love Cock as much as the next guy. Believe me, I do. I love Cock. But when he doesn't have the right man next to him, it just doesn't work the same. It doesn't hit the same. Koch needs the right person next to him to bring the best out of his game. Without that person, when we were playing Cooper next to him, positionally he was out of kilt. They were both moving forward at the same time. There was no leadership there. There was no synergy. But with Wober it worked. With Koch, I think it works. I mean, with Strike, I think it works. I want to see Koch and Strike back there. JB and McKennie, 2 holding. Sinisostra on 1 wing. Sourceville on the other wing. Brendan Aronson and Cam. He's not going to drop. Harrison. So actually, I'll go Harrison left wing. Sourceville and Cam. Do I start Rodrigo? I'm going to start Rutter. Rutter up front. Rutter up front for me. I want him to go at him quick. I want the first half him to be running in behind at every single opportunity, tiring out those defenders, tiring out Gabriel Magalhaes, making the runs, making the moves, making more moves than a silverfish. Not that a silverfish makes moves, but you know what I mean. Yeah, he needs to tie them out, and then Rodrigo Moreno comes in after 45 minutes. That smacks. Let me know you guys think down in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, I will say I'm out of it soon.